Higlac. Qué flash, boludo. Uy, lo cerré. Bueno, ahora lo abro. Such a fucking rush. God, and I found it like 15 seconds before Krim's bot, the solution, and I started spamming his chat and your chat. Like I found it, and then like 10 seconds later I saw his bot clipping through the wall. I was like, ah, fucker. That's amazing because it means that I can just find like new ideas and just send it to him, and I don't have to do this all of this exploration, which drives me nuts. And that bot is going to find the Holy Grail level 7. I don't have any doubts about that. That bot is going to find the super clip in level 7. Okay, let me open this. Got so many new things, new skips, new tricks. I don't know if I should feel excited or sorry about doing so many changes. I mean, I was enjoying so much watching you guys running. I wasn't intending to disrupt the status quo, but you know, I cannot help it. Okay, let us skip. So, what I want to do is load the movie and we can watch it together but analyze step by step. I guess that's a better thing. So I'm trusting that when I press the pause, the keyboard will update or not, because that's crucial. I actually. Oh, okay. Okay, so the nice thing about this software, so Good Spectre, are you here, or I guess the good thing about this software is it shows you the keys you're pressing on each frame. So it's not exactly as STL Pop that the frames are exactly the game frames. These frames are 20 milliseconds in real time. So there's a difference. It's a computer emulator, and you advance frames in terms of computer cycles, not in terms of the game frames. But anyway, it will be helpful to see this. So I'll make it short. I'll upload it to YouTube so you can review it and do it yourself. And then tomorrow, I'm sure Krem will upload a better solution, an easier solution. But if you want to start grinding it now or start like getting acquainted with the setup, this is the video to see. So I want to open. There's no need to open like a notepad because you will see the commands here exactly what to do. So the setup is something you can do now. So it's nothing new. Just bring the guy. So this first part of the run I optimized, and then after I found the clip, I just wanted to get it done. So I was like really bad, but at least I finished it. So you get close to the edge, and this guy. Let me talk about this guy. I'm recording this, yes. This guard is levels 8 or 7 difficulty, and this has some meanings. And I found that his behavior is very predictable. It's good and bad because he's very hard, but it's also really predictable. So he will always, so he will stop before you. He will not advance, and when he gets in range, he will attack all of the time relentlessly, 3 or 4 times in a row, and then he stops. So that's Jordan's way to make it a little bit easier, not perfectly impossible to beat. So he stops a little bit and then it continues. So that's the pattern. I don't know if that pattern is very useful for this, but just so you know. Another thing to note is that when you parry an attack, you go back 5 frames. When you advance, you go forward 6 frames. And you can always forward after a parry. So even though the guy is always attacking, always attacking. You can advance frame by pixel by pixel. One parry, one advance, one parry, one advance, one parry, one advance. And that is how you can set up anything, because if you advance one pixel by one pixel, you decide which distance you want from the guy to start a trick. That's a key thing I learned with the task with these tools. So normal setup, just switcheroo. The guy will attack, as I said, he's relentless. But here I just attack because why not? So if you parry and attack, you don't go back. The two outcomes of doing this is either he parries and he goes back 5, or he gets hit and he goes back 10. So if you parry and attack immediately, you don't go back. That's what I did here. Now I put him in a right position so that when he parries, he falls into the floor instead of falling to the hole. And then here it's a matter of jumping at this position. You jump at the very edge, and here if you're not careful, if you just advance, oops, sorry. If you just advance, you will get hit, but if you do these frog jumps, you will be safe. I did one more than necessary here. Only one frog jump will have been sufficient. So here it's just a matter of, see that's the extra jump I didn't have to do. So now it's a matter of running. And here I decided to hit the wall, but Krem will show you better preparation. Draw the sword, and all of this is very standard. So here what I want to do is to bring him as closer to me as possible. And as I mentioned, when he gets to a certain distance, suppose this distance, but it's not this one exactly. I think he's going to advance again. Yes, he advances again. When he gets to the terminal distance, where he doesn't advance anymore, he's just cautious, there's a way to bring him to you, which is not folding your sword. It's hitting back against the wall. Because when you hit back against the wall, the separation between the two of you becomes sufficient for him to advance. But then you bounce back. The wall brings you back. So it's a way of bringing him forward without you going backwards. He goes forward 6, you go backwards 3, and come back 3. And with this way you can lure him to get near to you. But at some point he will attack. So when the swords cross 1 pixel, that's the trigger for him to attack, and he will not stop attacking. So here is one of the things you will need to learn to do. Just parry, advance, parry, advance, parry, advance, parry, advance. Perhaps Krem will come up with a better solution, but this is the solution I found for me. So advance, see, parry, advance, parry. Each time you do this, 1 more pixel closer, advance, parry. And at this point, I think I just advance because I will not get hit if I advance, see? I will fall inside his region of safety and his sword will miss. See, that's the key point. When he comes back, he will be close enough for his attacks not to hurt you, and also not close enough for the switch to happen. So it's a perfect position where nothing can happen, basically. And in this position, you take your sword in. Okay, yeah, save sword, advance. It's perhaps a better lure. I just did it however I could. So, but at this position, you take the sword in, and this will trigger him to try to switch, right? But before he does that, you take your sword out again, and when he switches, you don't switch, and that's the moonwalking setup. So, take sword in, stand there. Now, when you take the sword out, you advance a little bit, and that triggers him trying to go cross your path. So, take the sword out, he will attack without success, and that's the switcheroo. And in this precise frame, you need to go back. So go back, release, 2 frames, 3 frames. Now the 4th frame, you press back again, 2, 3, 4. This is just to get him closer to the wall. Another time. This may be too much, anyway. And now he clips a little bit inside of the wall, so the guard has a more tolerant boundary check, so he can clip easier than you. That's unfortunate, but in this case it's necessary, because now it's time for us to look at the numbers. Because numbers are precise here. We want him to stay in this position, 135. That's the key position for him to be. So now he attacks, I parry. And here I attack. So we want him to be in position 135. For that I moonwalked. Then I switched to face him to the right. And now he attacked. So the first thing he does is attack. It doesn't give you time for anything. He starts in the 3rd frame of attack. And that means two frames until hit. And you cannot do anything but parry at that moment. So I parried. I didn't want to go back, so I attack now. When I attack, these numbers are not updated. Oh, what the fuck. I attack. He clips inside the wall. And he's 140 now. So we need to have him clip inside the wall a little bit. And now the goal is, what's going to happen is that at the time of doing the trick, he needs to be in 135. Looking that way, looking the other way. So now it's in 140. We need to advance and as much as we can. So here I don't attack him. I just take the parry and I advance. So I advance frame by frame. And I do this until he allows me in. I need him to be on this side of the things, and on the other side of the fight. He is already glitched in to the wall. And I am advancing frame by frame, pixel by pixel by pixel. See? Until I get in enough. So this is a good position now. So I can advance and then do the switcheroo. And after the switcheroo, he ends up in the position 135, which is exactly what we need. And we end up in 134 after I bounce with the wall. 132, sorry. I bounce with the wall, 132. Our position is not important because the thing that will make us advance is the push of the guard. So whatever we end up doesn't matter. What matters is that the guard is in 135. Now he attacks, but he misses, of course, because we are too close to each other. I go back to set myself in 134, which is necessary for, sorry, that I miss. I walk back because 134 is the position I need to be before the trick, such that if you look at the feet, they are separated by 1 pixel. And now this is a frame perfect trick, the one that comes. We are both in standstill, in neutral position, no one's attacking or moving, and we are too close to each other. This will trick the switcheroo again. But if we, at this position, at the second frame of the switcheroo, we press down, so take the sword in, that will glitch the guy. So see the leg of the guy start advancing? This is the trigger for us to fold the sword in. You can see the key being pressed here, so there's no excuse. Now you have all you need. Okay, it's hard, but whatever. This triggers the guard to, instead of switch, advance. And when he advances, we have the sword out already, so he pushes us. And he pushes us to a certain number of positions that make no sense. But here I release the down button. See the keyboard? And what I do immediately after I recognize I'm clipping into the wall is press the right button. So here you don't need to wait this much. I was in shock because this is the second time I tried the skip. But the key is that you need to press it. Whenever you press it, it's fine, as long as you press it soon enough. So at whenever time you can press, immediately you realize you're clipping, you press right immediately. And when this position, so the kit inside the wall will do something like this. Because it's clipping in and out of certain pixels, right? The collision detection is bugging because it has collisions front and backwards. So it's trying to accommodate the kit to a balancing position. One of these positions is 151, which is the most to the right you're gonna be. So to find this frame, so I don't know what's the tolerance because I decided to press left after this, but perhaps there's enough tolerance. So the thing what's going on here is you were facing the guy here, the guard. You folded, no, the other way. You folded the sword, and the guy pushed you, and now when you don't have the sword anymore in your hand. You face this other direction, so you face that way. Crap, you face that way. Okay, the guy stops because the wall's stopping him. And when you face this way, you advance a little bit to the right. So that's where you clip. You establish the clip. The problem is, if you keep going that way, you will clip. And that's it. So you're on your way to clipping, but the guy is gonna hit you, and then you die. That's the first attempt I uploaded to YouTube. The key is turn around again after you clip. You pull the sword, right, and then you're not gonna die with one hit anymore. And the guy will attack you, hit you, and that hit is going to finally push you to the skip. So the hit from the guard is this thing pushing you. So let me show the sequence. So I turned to that direction first. Then now I'm turning back towards the guard. The guy will try to hit me, but I have my sword out already. So he will hit me, yes. And now I'm going to go from 142 to 43, 44, 52. So this is the peak damage. So there's a couple of circumstances where when you take hit, you instead of going 10 positions, you go 1, 2, 3, 14, something like this. So the last step is big enough for us to clip again. And now it's a matter of mashing right until you clip. So now I just clipped, I'm falling. Right, there's some weird things going on. You go back and forth vertically, horizontally, but at the end, if you keep mashing right, that's gonna be it, right? And now you will be able to solve this part much better than I did. I was panicking, and I just wanted to get it done. The funny thing is that now the mouse returns, so that's a very nice touch. The bad thing is that the mouse adds like a nice solid 10-15 seconds to the run, right? But I guess the time we save doing all this, if we can do it, thanks, Good Spectre, GG's. That's a task GG, I guess. At the times we save doing, because you have to go through the guard, go down, go through the ending door, go to the end of the level, climb up, then go back, jump the guards, do this whole jumping thing, and then you get to this point. And here you just have the guard lure him, bring him there, fall, and wait for the mouse. So I think it's gonna save a few seconds. Not too many, but it's gonna save 10-20 seconds. I don't know what the record is now, but this demo took 98 seconds. So let's check. Speedrun. What's your current best time for level 8? Yes, Winter Thunder. Winter Thunder says it would be hilarious. I want this for YouTube. If the trick caused the mouse not to appear. The whole time I was looking at the emulator, which takes longer than a normal DOS box, I was thinking, what if the mouse doesn't appear? What if the trigger is both the exit door and something else, right? And I was, oh God, please, 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 I don't want to have to find another clip out of this. And then he appeared, and I was like, oh. Okay. Get the car down, yes. Get to the right, yes. Make the car clip a bit, yes. Swap positions, yes. And then wait for him to attack, miss the attack, go back to normal position and try to swap again. When he lifts his little leg, then you press down, and that's that's a clip into the wall. In the wall, you turn, then you turn back, and then you again turn again. So it's like a little bit of a going back and forth. Yes, go to the right, turn left, then go right again, and then you fall. So let's watch the video to close this session. It was such a nice experience. Very success. Yes. Let's look at it in real time. Add browser URL. Okay. Come on. Okay, forget about it. Let me add my own. Okay, this is the Twitch premiere of the skip. Can I make this bigger? Okay, here we go. I must slam my head at it right now. That seems quite hard. Yes, it is hard. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I don't have words to ask for forgiveness now, because I realize how stupidly difficult this will be. I don't foresee this in a world record run, but you never know. You know, speed running is always the same. You think this is impossible, and then you get consistent. You got consistent right now with the YOLO skip, and this perhaps one day will be consistent. Like, there's a nice setup. Krem will find a nice setup, and we will all be looking at speed run world records, like with 8-minute world records, 9 minutes. Let's see. So go up. Lure the guy. Get him down. This is all very easy. Technically, right? I couldn't do it, but get there, turn, lure the guy somehow, then put him in that position. However, so the moonwalk is not necessary. Let's start there. The moonwalk is not necessary. You can just as well get to the other side and hit him. So a hitting approach will be much easier for you and much more consistent. So you just get him close, get to the other side, hit him a couple of times until he gets against the wall, hit him again to clip him. And when he's clipped, you never allow him to go back. You just parry, advance, parry, advance, parry, advance until you're close, so his hits doesn't harm you. Then you go to the other side. He will try to attack you again, he will miss, and when he comes back, let's look at that. So put him in that position, make him clip. There I made him clip with a parry. Then I go back, he misses. Then I do this is so fast. So he misses, miss, and when he lifts his leg, I press down. It's a frame perfect trick. It doesn't work in any other frame. There you go. And then you play correctly. So what's the best time now for this level? It's 1 minute 39, and this is 1 minute 34, so this is world record. This is a gold. Even with that bad playing, this is gold. So I have 138. Currently, I have the gold on level 8. I'm just kidding, man. But this is the fastest level 8 you have ever seen in your life. I say it again because it's nice to say. This is the fastest level 8 you have ever seen in your life. All of you. Tomorrow, you will see a much faster one. Because when Krem takes this, he's gonna make it cream. Or perhaps you do it better. Or perhaps I refine the task. No, you don't. That doesn't count. No, that's right. Just kidding, man. I could never get close. I seen fast. Okay. Yeah, I know. But this will become faster with a proper task treatment. Okay, that's the explanation. I will upload this to YouTube. If I use Shift I with Shift W, you non-cheating player. Shift W is the slow fall. And that's not even the faster. The faster way is the void warp. The void warp is you solve this in 15 seconds. It's ridiculous. Okay, this goes to YouTube, and now I can finally rest because I've been working on this like for ages now. I will take some time and then start looking for other places, other levels to exploit. I'm thinking level 9. I'm thinking level 3. The other ones are pretty much peak optimized. I don't think any of the others can be optimized any further. Level 3, I dream with a way to skip this whole jumping part. And level 9 is a pain in the ass. So a way to just go to press the exit door and get out immediately. That would be amazing. So some way to clip vertically, for example, or to activate the exit door, let's somehow lure the guy, somehow. Problem with level 3, you don't have access to guard. Yeah, I mean, all these techniques that work with guards will not be possible, but who knows what else, what other skips are waiting that are guardless, right? So, for example, level 12, the overflow. Level 8, also the overflow are skips without a guard. So I try to find these new things, but it seems to me that Krem will find them before me. Okay, that's it. See you guys. Have fun. Have fun doing this. Ciao, ciao.